So late here, and join me as we continue our Final Fantasy VII Platinum playthrough run on the PS4, where now we are trying to save Eris from the evil Shinra Corporation. Last episode we essentially infiltrated and just kind of made our way up from floor 0 to 60, picked up some little items along the way, and now we are in the key card restricted floors, so I wonder what we'll find next. So, on this little mini game slash whatever you want to call it, all you have to do is direct Tifa and Barrett and Cloud as well across each of the pillars, using them as a shield to block from the sight. If you do get hit, you do have to fight a battle with those normal red robot enemies. Nothing special, but it can definitely slow down your progress if you're doing any type of speed run. And I am not perfect at it, no matter how many times I've played this game. Getting through with Cloud's easy, but getting through with the other ones, not always so much. And it's really just because I'm impatient. As you can see, I just went way too early. I will fight the two random guards, and it's always going to be a pincer attack. So let's just sprint on through this, kill them super fast, and then we will continue on. And if you are horrible at it and you keep getting hit or caught, no worries. After so many encounters, they will actually stop appearing and you can just run straight across. So there's definitely a lot less random encounters in this episode. There are definitely some, and we're going to be farming some enemies to steal some upgraded equipment. But for the most part, it's a lot of little puzzles, and just talking to individuals to get the key cards to move up to the next floor, and then definitely more of a story episode. Alright, don't screw it up. And if you notice, there's always a safe spot when they move, except for to the middle pillar. But the first one and the last one, there's always a safe pattern, because they'll both run away. Now they both run to the left. And see, you can see it's safe because no one's there to see you when you go to the right. Just a bunch of random NPCs in here to talk to, so don't even worry about them, just go straight. And you don't want to ask Eris, it'll just keep going around and around until you answer correctly. And like in the last episode, there are some items that you're not able to get, but once we hit that floor, I will let you know. Alright. This is the first of puzzles, and if you get it correct on the first try, you have to guess the keyword, and it is totally random. You will get an elemental materia, which will, if in the weapon slot, it'll give you that elemental damage to your attack. So if it's fire, if an enemy is weak to fire and you have elemental fire paired with fire on your weapon materia, and they're linked, then you'll get fire damage added to your attack. So you'll do extra damage to that enemy that's weak to fire. And then the opposite happens if you put it in your armor. It gives you an elemental bonus to defense of that element. So essentially how this thing works is there's books in each room and they each have a different subject. What you want to do is find the book that does not belong. And then, based on that, there's a number. Each number corresponds to a letter. So 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C, etc., etc. or you actually only need to figure out one. So because I went to the Shinra planning department and was based on the number 10, so all we have to, and that was not the one that was correct, all we have to do is find the letter with the one with that letter, and you're good to go. So 10 is equivalent to K, so that's why it was Mako. The little assistant to the mayor will give you hints if you are not sure. You do just have to pay Gil to do that, though. Just remember, it's the non-matching book, and that corresponding number equals the letter, and then once you figure out all 4 letters, you can just go ahead and figure out what the word is. And it is random every single playthrough. Alright, so this is one of the missable key items that you can get. So there's 3 individual coupons, an A, B, and a C. They are all equivalent to a certain prize if you get the coupons. So there's a star pendant, which nullifies poison as an accessory, an all materia, and a 4 slots armor, which, as the name says, it has 4 materia slots. You can buy those later. I'm actually going to keep those key items just for that perfect game playthrough, but by all means, if you're just playing through it normally, go ahead and pick up those items. That extra all materia is pretty helpful. Oh, and in this area, you can only open 3 doors. Once you open 3 doors, you can no longer open any more. So what you wanted to do is go to the far left, open the 2 doors to get to that A coupon, crawl in this air conditioning duct, and now you're going to want to go up into the other room with the coupon. Pick up B, out the door, open that one last door, and ta-da, you have all 3 of them. Then all you have to do is climb back into the air conditioning duct, and then climb on out to the right, and that'll put you in the starting room. And at the computer is where you would turn those in for your 3 items. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and talk to the vending. So there's a couple items we can get in here. You want to bash on the vending machine, you'll get something when you come back later. And you can just keep banging on it, and she'll keep coming over and tell you not to. Here's a free rest area if you want to get some HP MP back. And now if we go back into the locker room area, there's an item in each row to get. So Phoenix down for the first one. Ether in the second. And here it's going to be an item that you cannot pick up yet. That is another character's ultimate weapon. So obviously you can't get it a couple 4 to 6 hours into the game. We'll just have to come back and get that item later when we come back and get those other items I've talked about. Alright, so another puzzle here is just opening the chests in the correct order and then bringing the items back that you get in the chest to restore the model of Midgar. As you can see, they are trying to keep it accurate by showing the Sector 7 just being non-existent. Super simple enemies here. They can inflict you with the Fury status. Nothing to be concerned about though. They die really, really fast. Don't do a lot of damage. and you'll probably get into anywhere from 3 to 4 random battles if you know where the chest locations are. So as you can see, it's only one at a time. So now that you have those Midgar parts, you go back. Just pick a spot that's missing, and another chest opens up. Go find the next chest. It's just rinse and repeat. Two more to go. Alright, and we'll get our next key card to go up. So one thing that, as you can see, there's that staircase. So if you don't have the key cards, you can actually go all the way up, but you won't be able to go in or out of any of the doors. So for instance, that door that's right that we're about to run through, it would not open up if you did not have the correct level key card. And there's the boardroom, so just gonna crawl into the toilet to spy on some Shinra executives. And it doesn't matter if you flush or not, you just get a different dialogue option. Or not dialogue option, but dialogue scene. Alright, so it's actually time that we can start getting some random encounters that actually give us some good equipment from stealing. So we will hopefully be hitting one of two encounters pretty often. Once we actually get those, I will outline what they are and what to do. Alright, and we do like to see groups of two of these guys. They have carbon bangles, which is a 2 linked and a single materia slot upgrade from your mithril armlet. You can steal 1 from each, and I'm going to want to get a total of 5. So we're going to be grinding these for a little bit. Did not mean to use Big Shot, so glad I didn't kill him. So the reason that we want 5 is that we will be getting a new character here very shortly, in addition to these 3 plus Eris. And granted, you're only going to have 3 characters in a party at a time, and you will have an opportunity at least to modify their equipment. I figure you might as well just get all 5. So they do a decent bit of damage. Weak against lightning, don't have a whole lot of HP. As you can see, Sense is pretty worthless because I could just be attacking them dead really easily, and assuming they're probably weak to lightning without even checking, considering they're mechanical enemies. And let's turn on the speed because it is taking forever to get these items. And yes, they do exist, though the steal rate is pretty abysmal. The power of limit plus triple the speed is amazing. I should have put it on memory before this. This is definitely optional though. If you're just playing through the game normally, you don't need to do it, but if you want to get this stuff as early as humanly possible, this is where you need to do it. There we go. 1 carbon bangle down. Might as well murder him. And then let's get the second one, hopefully a lot faster than that first one. Come on. Just steal it. Alright, we got it. And as you can see, if you notice that covered was blocking incoming damage pretty regularly, so that's only with 1 star, so obviously you can see that it does work. We'll equip these carbon winkles, so as you can see, 9 more defense, 6 more magic defense, and 1 extra materia slot. So definitely a significant increase. Alright, so let's just go ahead and continue on. We'll do some farming here in a little bit once we get through some story scenes. Alright, and with that, thank you for joining me. Tune in for my next episode where hopefully we actually manage to save Eris. And with that, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and thank you and have an awesome day.